Welcome back, guys. If you guys haven't already checked out my last video, I uploaded it not too long ago. It was pretty much just about things that you can expect from my channel. Just kind of gives you an idea of what exactly I have in mind for this channel. Right now, I am kind of just waiting for the warmer months to get here, and we'll go from there. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and do a hardcore world. And I'm just going to leave everything kind of how it is. I'm going to see what happens. I don't usually... I haven't played this game in a while, but when I haven't usually played hardcore world. But we're going to give it a shot. I do have a shaders mod on, so I hope that looks okay for you guys. It looks like it looks okay. I have the screen recording up to my right monitor, and I'm playing on my left monitor, so I'm kind of checking out what it looks like over there for you. And it doesn't look too bad. And I kind of like this this area that we have going on here. Let me go ahead. I don't know, with these new settings like this, I can't quite remember how to get to what I need. Leave it be here. All right, let me turn that down just a couple. 6, 7, yeah, go. All right. So we'll see what we can get done this episode. I kind of want to have, or all I have really in mind is finding a spot to build a home and potentially even get started on building a home. So if we do any of that, if we do all of it, we'll just see what happens. But honestly, I'm kind of liking right here. It's kind of nice, open. Have access to water. Yep, here we go. There's the skin. Spider-Man. But yeah, I'm really digging this area. I might go check out up over there in a minute. But right now, I just kind of want to check out over here, see what we got. All right. That looks dangerous. But it is kind of difficult because with this texture pack, if I remember correctly, it makes things look darker than they actually are. Like, it just makes everything a whole lot darker with the brightness even turned all the way up. So we'll have to potentially think about maybe even taking the texture pack off, or the shaders off, if that helps, which with this being hardcore, I might want to. But goal-wise for this season, hopefully I make it all the way. I think the main goal is to kill the Ender Dragon. And then we'll see what you guys think. If you want me to continue playing, if you want me to do something different, maybe do like a modded hardcore world, or maybe just a regular hardcore world. We can figure that out as we go, but for now, let's just focus on this huge battle I have coming up in terms of just staying alive. So I'm trying to look for some surface iron over here. Seems to not be any, but we are starting to get hungry. So let me actually start doing some of this. So I do a little bit of, I talked about it in the last episode, or in my last video when I was playing Fast Food Simulator. I do a little bit of like speed running. Again, I am not very good at it at all. But if that's something you guys might want to see, I can go ahead and try that. As of right now, I'm only able to record up to 30 minutes, I believe, for right now at a time. So I might be able to stop the recording and then restart it and then crop the two videos together to make it just one big one. Or I don't want to do the two-parter for you guys. I don't want to make you guys have to sit through that, but I'll figure something out if that's something you guys want to see. But I definitely don't want to do the two-parter just because for one save it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But right now I'm going to do arguably one of the most important things, and that is get a bed, because I have no intentions on staying up tonight with no armor, no tools. So that's what I plan on doing. So we'll actually be, seeing how long I can survive here. I don't want to make any predictions, but I always end up having a stupid death from what I remember. Whether it's falling or just, getting snuck up on or whatever it is, I just remember it never being anything good. So, I have good intentions here, but we'll see what happens. So, okay, we will come over here where it's a little bit more opened. I think we'll just start collecting wood, I think. Man, I hope it's not too laggy for you. Let me turn this down a little bit. Can I not turn this up? I don't know. I don't know where I'm at right now. Render distance. Turn to 16, see if that kind of helps. The screen I was looking at looked a little bit laggy for you guys. So again, in the last video, I was kind of saying that I am new to all this stuff. I'm going to be editing all of my videos, and I have little to no experience with this kind of stuff, but I am interested in it. So with that being said, I'm going to try to figure it out for you guys and do the best I can. So actually, with this being said, we did get a little bit of coal here and a little bit of food. We're going to do this. Clear out of space. I hate grass. Or, whatever this is. But the way I see it is there's water there. We can use some of these seeds to get wheat. And we can get some of those cows and start breeding them. And then have unlimited supply of food. So let me go ahead and make a hoe. Break some more of these. I probably plan on building just right in this area. And we'll make probably just a little starter house, nothing too crazy. I do like to build a little bit, but sometimes I'm not great at ideas-wise coming up with things to build or different designs and whatnot. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know, and we can try to make that stuff happen. So, but for now, this is what I'm gonna do. Let's see what I can't do here. All right, I do want to go caving a little bit this episode, but maybe we'll save that for next episode, because this is very tempting, but it is very scary. Very sketchy. I can see this being a problem where I fall off of here at some point in the series. And you just see how dark it looks down there with this shader pack. But if you guys like it, let me know if you guys want me to keep it. If not, I can definitely get rid of it. I just kind of look, the way it makes the clouds look and the sunset and whatnot. I just think it looks all very clean. Kind of makes things look a lot better than your basic. I have a hard time finding out like texture packs I even like to use. So I think this just kind of makes it easier. Everything's all the same, but it's just all it looks clean. Alright. That being said, I'm gonna start collecting some wood before the night pops up. And I do play with subtitles on, so I hope that's okay with you guys. It just, especially in hardcore world, you know, I'm not always looking at it, but in case something does pop up that I don't know, I can just check there and see. But I think this episode is gonna be a lot of collecting materials here. Okay, and I think this is like a birch, kind of a forest over this way. Ooh. What do we have here? That actually looks pretty cool. Should we build somewhere over here? I might hold off on... Well, it looks like there's a village straight ahead. Oh yeah, there is. I didn't even see those two buildings. I only saw that. Alright, so that's actually really nice. We have some... It looks like there's a blacksmith right there. Alright, here's the game plan. We're gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna go over there and check out that village. And then I will hold off on building anything. I'm gonna hold off on building. That is until you guys kind of tell me what you guys want me to build at. If you guys want me to build over here, go ahead and comment 1, the number 1. And if you guys want me to build over there, kind of closer to the village on the other side of this mountain, comment number 2. And I'll actually, as I run over there, I'll kind of figure out what is over there. And we can figure it out of another spot. So right here for number 1, and then let's go over here and check out for number 2. Because I want you guys to be a part of this world. I mean, this is my channel, but if you guys are going to be here with me, I want you guys to have some input in what happens. So, honestly, I'm kind of thinking maybe just right in this flat area. Maybe right here, fill this in with some dirt, maybe? How deep is that? We build over here, kind of level that off, and then build a house right there. That might be kind of cool. What is it? Let's get a better look. And again, right by a cave as well, so maybe it's not the worst idea. It might not be the best idea in terms of building here, just because of the fact that mobs could. See, you can't even see that far with how dark this texture pack is. But okay, at least either way, either place we build at, we're going to have a cave right next to us. So, okay, so if you want me to build in that first spot, put a number 1. If you want me to build right here, put a number 2. If you want me to level this out and build right here, number 3. And then if you want me to build over here in this area, like right over here, put a number 4. I'm kind of not as for building over here because you are pretty close to a village. But it wouldn't be the worst place I've ever built, I don't think. So while I'm here, I'm gonna take these blue hills. And we'll just kind of loot this and see what other things they have in here for me. There is a blacksmith, okay. I thought I saw one. So let's go ahead and see. That is a great start. Alright, and you guys might find that I have maybe some of the weirdest placements for some of my like hotbar, but this is how I like to run it. And I'll go over it here in just a second. I know there's a lot of people have different ways that they like to keep their hotbar, but this is how I always had mine. Dude, you can't see anything. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you guys, it's just as dark for you guys as it is for me. That's nuts. Okay, let me go ahead. I'm just gonna do this first of all. So this is how I like to run my hotbar. I don't actually have everything for it, but so usually if I do like a sword, I have it in my number 1 slot, either a sword or an axe. My number 2 slot's always going to be a torch, and then my 3rd spot's always going to be a pickaxe. My 4th spot's always going to be like a block, and then water. So the reason behind that is because when I'm down caving, I'm usually going to be running around with a torch. And you know, placing it, of course. And then if something does happen where, like, say a mob shows up, I'm 1 scroll away from it, from my sword or my axe, whichever weapon I decide to use. Usually I use an axe at this point, but I don't know. It just kind of depends on how I'm feeling. But so I'm always 1 scroll away from my sword. Then if I, you know, diamonds, whatever I see, I'm always 1 scroll away from my pickaxe. And then even then, I'm still pretty close to my sword to where I can always get to it easy. But then for my blocks and my water, when I am mining, say, you know, I break this block and there's lava right here, I can always place a block and then I'm fine. And even if, you know, I catch on fire, I always have water right next to me. So then after that, it's just kind of, you know, whatever for me, where I always seem to have a shovel, my shovel, food, my axe if I have one, then my hose in my last place. And that's just kind of my usual thing. So my last one's either like a hoe or like a bow or something like that. So I try to keep it somewhat organized in that way. But, you know, when it comes to building, oh boy, don't even get started on that. It's a hot mess when I am building. So, all right, let's kind of keep coming up here. And this is a pretty big village. It's actually pretty nice. So we'll grab more coal. We'll make some torches actually, so we can potentially go down into that little cave. There's a lot of nice. I mean, there's a lot of nice areas to build. I mean, there's a lot of potential areas. If I'm out here like wandering around and you see a spot that you like that I didn't mention already, drop a timestamp and let me know, because even over here is really nice. And you still have like your animals around and whatnot. So we can always run back and hit those couple caves or ravines and jump in them. So definitely let me know what you guys prefer. Again, this is just kind of like the start. I don't want to do a whole lot in this episode besides see what you guys want to do. So I'm gonna collect a little bit here. And nothing. Yeah, and usually I'm pretty picky. Like in the past when I've played like a survival on my own, I've usually been pretty picky about where I do build. So it's very surprising that right off the bat, I have a couple different spots that I really like and wouldn't mind building. So, and I mean, there's always chances that we could always, like, you know, build, say, my house in the original spot, and then, you know, jump over that hillside, build another thing in like the number 2 spot, 3, 4, and kind of use like this pathway material and stuff to kind of connect it all together. I mean, that's always an option as well. So I think the biggest part, honestly, is kind of already been figured out, is how I'm gonna, oh my Lanta, is how to like get my iron and stuff, because I hate caving. Absolutely hate caving in hardcore world when I have absolutely nothing. Because skeletons are so overpowered, it's not even funny. And it's just nuts. Oh, okay. Alright, it is getting nighttime again, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head back, I think, the village, and go to sleep there. Oh, is it? Okay. Okay. There's a lot of new stuff in here as well, so... Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do this, because I do want your leads. In the world? Okay. Alright, let's go find a bed and go to sleep. I hope this is actually turning out well on the camera, because it's a little laggy as I'm going, or as I'm watching along. So I'm hoping it's not as bad, but we'll figure it out. But okay, with that being said though, I am going to end it off here. I'm going to run back over to spawn and just let me know where you want me to build. And again, this is just a little starter home. It's not going to be anything too crazy. I don't really plan on doing like any massive builds in this, unless you guys want me to like go beyond killing the Ender Dragon. So just keep that in mind also. If you do want me to keep going, I guess I could get into a like bigger builds, and then I could jump over to another spot. So just let me know, and then maybe next episode, if we have a consensus, I will build wherever. But alright, that's gonna do it for this one. We'll see you guys in the next episode, and stay safe.